Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here. We're doing it. Happy Memorial Day. You thought I forgot about you. I almost did. No. My memory of remembering to do this podcast was almost in memorial. It's okay. Hope you guys had a good one. And shout out to all the troops. Shout out to all the peoples who make it possible for me to talk shit into a microphone, because we all know it was the military who came up with all of this technology. and the fact that they all serve for our country and did their things. Okay, shout out to my buddy Shane O'Connor. Why Shane O'Connor? Shane McDonald. Man, I know too many Shanes. I know too many Shanes, too many Dylans, too many Sams, and too many Collins. I got too many friends with similar names, okay? Yeah, but they only got one friend that's Wade, and that's me, okay? We're doing it. Shout out to Shane McDonald, dude. He's doing good. Shout out to Shane O'Connor, though, too. Completely two different people doing two different things, living their lives in completely different ways. I would love to get those two in a room together and talk, though. Oh, man, those two, it would be fascinating. To say the least. Shout out to those two guys. But shout out to my buddy Shane. He was in the military. Still is in the military, I think technically he is. But thanks to all those people who've served. We appreciate it. Like I said, we wouldn't have all this fine technology if it wasn't for military personnel testing it out and trying everything. That's my favorite thing, is as you keep going into technology, you just realize it was all sponsored by government interventions, just somehow trying to weaponize things. That's how it all happens. That's how it all starts. It's just like, how can we use this? Like, I've never looked into it, but I guarantee you the microphone, for some weird reason, was invented as a try to be a ploy, as some kind of, like, military tactic. That's what it all is. It's all used for that. Everything starts off as a weapon. And then they realize it doesn't work. The internet started out as a government entity. It was for the bureaucracy. And then Al Gore was like, hey, we're not using this. We should just give it to the American people. And boy, howdy, does the government probably hate Al Gore for that. We're starting off strong here. Woo! Sorry. I don't even know what fucking that went down. Oh, I was saying Happy Memorial Day to everybody. I hope you barbecued. Hope you called your loved ones. Hope you went and visited your loved ones who served. Just really make sure you take care of them, and then you got blitzed in your backyard, okay? That's how an American does it, okay? You pay respects, but then you get trashed afterwards. That's the American way, and I'm proud to be an American, That is where we need to be in our lives. And that's how we properly do things. So I hope you had a good one. Hope you had a brat or a hot dog and set off some fireworks that were probably illegal, but you didn't care because it's America. Okay? That's a good way to start off Memorial Day. It's a good way. I did not do any of that other than the grilling. We did grill. We had some brats today. What's up? Good, nice brat day. I love a good brat, dude. Dude, it's so good. You get a nice char on it too. That's the best part about grilling. Like, you can make burgers inside in the oven or on the pan. You can make a brat in a pan, you cast iron it, but you just can't get that char. You got to have that nice char. It's almost, you look at it and you're like, God damn, that thing's burnt. But then you just bite into it and it's perfect. That's the way you got to have a brat or a dog, dude. And that's the best. So I did do that. Had a nice brat today. Me and the gal, we went out and about, just gallivanting around town, rubbing it in the faces of those people who had to work on this Monday. Those poor retail bastards. Oh, I feel sorry for them. I used to be one of you. I was one of you. Just having to go into work on a nice sunny day. It's not that there haven't been nice spring days leading up to this, right? But there's something about Memorial Day, having that Monday off, or you could even just the Sunday. It's the first real weekend where it's a 3-day weekend and you can get trashed on a Sunday and you don't even have to worry about it. You can just have all the fucking fun in the world. Get out there and just drink to your heart's content. You know what I mean? It's so nice. It's so nice. You get out, get after it, you get on the river. Like, you don't even care that you look like a lobster on Monday, because guess what? You got a whole 24 hours to try to rub enough aloe vera on you to make people think you didn't get it fucking burned, okay? That you're not peeling, okay? You have 24 hours to try to shed your skin like you're some kind of lizard person. After being on a river float, dude, getting trashed. Because, 45 minutes into that river float, you're already 6 fireball shooters deep, dude. You wouldn't even know what sunblock was. The fucking comprehension of the substance itself was no longer in your brain. So how could you even remember to apply it every 30 minutes, So but you got 24 hours, dude. You got 24 hours to molt like some kind of lizard in Arizona. Just desert people. Just desert skin, push it off and molt that shit. And that's what this holiday's about. It's molting your skin from day drinking on a river too much. That's what sucks. That's why I feel bad for retail employees, is they don't get to go enjoy that same fun. You have these office jobs, and you get to just have this full day ahead of you. So you either plan on being debaucherous, staying home and doing nothing, or you go out and do the most American thing, and that's participate in capitalism. You go store to store, and you go down around and find some Memorial Day sales, y'all. Gotta love a Memorial Day sale. If you're not buying mattresses on Memorial Day, what are you trying to do, okay? If you're not getting yourself a new bed set, mattress, box spring, and the fucking matching nightstands with a matching headboard, you're missing out. These deals, okay? Let me tell you, Lebanon. They are having sales. No. Yeah, but there's all the Memorial Day sales, dude. You can get all sorts of deals. So we decided to gallivant around. We even did a little extra deal trying to get, right? Like, we didn't even just want to go to the big box sale stores. We ended up going thrifting, dude. Oh, gotta love a thrift. Gotta love hitting up the Goodwills, the Salvation Army. Salvation Army was not open today because they was their Memorial Day too, okay? The Salvation Army recognizes Memorial Day, and they let their troops rest on Memorial Day. Did not go to Salvation Army. Went to Goodwill. We went to our least favorite Goodwill. Okay, there's several around the metro area. I'm sure, like most of you live in places. If you got one Goodwill, there's another one somewhere. It's always hidden. They're just spaced out, just every which way. You don't know where they're at, but they're fucking everywhere, dude. You can find different ones, but we try to hit up the different ones now and then. We went to the one, and dude, somebody there. There's etiquette with everything, right? There's etiquette for all people in all traits, in all hobbies, right? Everybody has a hobby. And like whether you like to admit it or not, thrifting has become a hobby. It's become a well sought after weird hobby too, thanks to all these influencers, which my girlfriend loves to follow thrifting accounts. She used to follow a lot more, but it's now very evident that a lot of these people are faking their finds, right? They're just fucking lying to everybody that they're, oh my God, I can't believe I just found stilettos in fucking Goodwill for $9.99 for $10, a brand new set of stilettos. I don't know why I picked stilettos. I don't know anything about them. It just sounds expensive probably. But either way, like they're just saying they're fine. Like, look at this. Oh my God, I found a green egg smoker, brand new. It's still in the box for $5 at Goodwill. You know how much a new green egg smoker costs? Like, they just find the craziest shit, and it's all planted. And it's never, oh my God, I found a new Asian baby at Target or at Goodwill for $4. Like, why are they selling brand new human beings? What the fuck? Anyway, that's just the weird stuff that these guys are doing as influencers, trying to get people to thrift. I guess that's the idea. The idea is they're trying to teach people that there's good stuff at Goodwill, but they're not showing you the good. They're showing you fake good stuff, and then you go there and you're just bummed, and then you don't buy anything because you're just like you thought there would be actual treasure instead of just discounted goods. That's the point. Like, you're not going to Goodwill because you want to find something brand new or just this crazy find. That never happens. And that's the person we ran into today, right? There was a dude, and he was being loud about it. I'm surprised he didn't have a cell phone recording him the entire time he was doing this. I think that was the shocking part. Nowadays, because of the way social media has boiled our brains down to its very rawest form of it in the need of attention, coming from a guy who's videotaping himself talking in his room by himself. I know this sounds asinine, but let me tell you, at least I'm trying to entertain. I don't even have a justification for this, guys. We're just going to have the pot call the kettle black for a little bit here, and you know what? We're all going to roll with it. I recognize the problem with what I'm doing right now. And you know what? That makes me a better person than this guy. No. But he was just proclaiming. It's funny how now if you just see people talking into their phones, we just assume they're either talking to somebody or they're recording a video, and you just think it's totally natural and it makes sense. You're just like, that is normal. That is somebody just doing their thing. Like, that is the society we walk around in. I'm pretty sure you can get away with a lot if you just are like looking into a camera, not even recording yourself, and you're just narrating it. I think people will ignore you to a certain extent. Like, it just becomes background noise. They just think you're on a FaceTime call, which nobody wants to participate or be involved with in public, or they think you're recording yourself, and they definitely don't want to be a part of that. So you could probably get away with a lot of shit if you're just faking it that way, But this guy wasn't doing that, so therefore it's drawing all the attention, and since there's no cameras out, people are just very free with looking at him and being like, oh, God, dude, I don't care. What this guy was doing, right? He found this piece of glass. It was a green piece of glass that like was structured to look like a flower. It was definitely like glass art, right? And it was green. That was the whole point of this whole thing. And this guy kept proclaiming the whole time. He was like, "Oh, like, dude, check this!" Anybody who was walking by at any point while he was grabbing it and looking at it, he's like, "Oh, this is like a $300 piece of art. Like, whoever donated this didn't know what they were getting rid of. Like, that you can actually I've found multiple of these around the Greater Des Moines area, and I flipped them each for like $300." And it's like, dude, no, you didn't. That's a thing that somebody bought at a Shopko. That's not good art. That was mass produced. It's not good art at all. It's terrible. He was claiming so hard, like to multiple people, multiple times, walk it through. And then it was funny because he was telling people that, but then certain people, like when I walked by and I saw him say it, I like looked over and was just like kind of trying to see what he was holding, and he tried to like secretly tuck it. Like, he's proclaiming it out loud, but like just selectively telling people, "Oh no, dude, you just got a nook for this. Oh no, don't let that guy see. I don't want him to see my." It's like, dude, what the fuck? And my favorite is where we're getting up there, right, to check out, and he's checking out at the same time, and he keeps asking the people at the front desk, because when there's breakable stuff, nice enough Goodwill that they always have newspapers, right? Fucking class acts at Goodwill, they always have newspapers to wrap your china in if you get it, okay? Yeah, if you get in any kind of glassware, Goodwill wants to make sure you get it home safe so you can use that, and you can enjoy that nice glass that has Charlie Brown fucking whiffing on a football because Lucy yanked it out again. Your peanut set of mugs that you wanted are gonna come home with you safe and sound because they have newspaper. And this guy kept asking multiple times. He's like, I need more newspaper. I want to really protect this because I got a long way to drive or whatever. And he kept asking, like, they fucking quadrupled wrap this in, and it's not that good. It's like, dude, how bad's the suspension in your vehicle? How bad is it? Like, how stiff are Are you driving like a fucking 1920s caddy? Like what the fuck? There is no suspension. Just is fucking. There's absolutely no bounce or give whatsoever. Like what the fuck is up with your ride? I just can't stand the expertise on something like that. And it's just the proclaiming of going to Goodwill and being like, oh no, you could find good stuff here. I hate that. Nobody's going to Goodwill to try to find life-altering, changing money or like hidden treasures. Yes, it can be a hidden treasure for you personally that you love, and you're just like, I love this. Like I have a 49ers mug I found, and it's fantastic. And I found that, and I like it, and I treasure that now. Okay, that's good. Nobody's going there to actually find real treasure or value. Like nobody's trying to find something that has tremendous value like that, okay? Everybody else is there because they need to stretch a dollar. There was cheap stuff there that I could buy and fucking clothe myself, maybe get some dishware, maybe I need a new pan, okay? I'm straight down on my luck, okay? You just got divorced and you need something to fry an egg with. There's a cheap pan there for you, bud. You can go do that. Go get yourself something nice. That's all you fucking need. We don't need this crazy going on a life change. If I can flip this for $300, I don't believe you that there's a market for this fucking green glass that you proclaim is so valuable. I don't believe you at all. And I could just look it up, but I won't. I won't do it. I won't give this man the satisfaction that he was been in my head now for multiple hours thinking about how, like, what fucking green glass could be worth more $300. There's no fucking way. What kind of special? There's green glass in fucking Casey's down by my house right now in the form of Heineken bottles. Are those fucking magically worth a lot of money? I don't think so. I don't think so. Is the Jameson Whiskey Company, is their whiskey, should it be more expensive because it's coming in a green glass bottle? What do you think about that, huh? Oh my God, what a crazy coincidence that would be. We've been underpaying Jameson for years. We could have been giving them so much more money because they were giving us green glass. Oh boy, how stupid the Jameson bottling company must feel that their whiskey has been so severely underpriced and they've been giving away this precious green glass for millennia. It's fucking dumb, dude. Speaking of other dumb things, me making fun of myself for the fact that I was trying to make fun of people recording themselves and talking in public. At least I don't do that. I record myself talking to people in public on stage with a microphone, which somehow isn't considered mentally ill. But if the other way, the latter is mentally ill, but this is mentally ill in its own right. What are we talking about? I don't know. Let's get back into the part of the podcast everyone loves, which is the article we found this week. And this was the first for this podcast, a two-parter. That's right. Last week we did part 1 of the history of lawns, and now we're going to get right back into it. I am so excited to do this, and maybe you guys are. I hope so. I was enjoying learning about lawns. So we left off talking about how games are what started to really help influence the lawn care industry within the North American hemisphere, right? Talking about lawn bowling and golf. Lawn bowling, who would have thought, right? Never would have saw that dark horse coming out of the back, but it was right there with golf. And let's continue on where we left off. In Canada, it was bowling that played an early pro lawn role. The game also got off to a promising start in what became the U.S. Bowling greens were cultivated in Virginia and in Boston before 1650. But after the Revolutionary War, the new young country tossed the baby out with the bathwater, spurning bowling as it also did all things British. Across the U.S., towns named Bowling Green across the U.S., towns named Bowling Green commemorate bowls. but perhaps only few residents understand the history of their town's name. In Canada, which negotiated a peace independence from Britain in 1867. Oh, that's such a Canadian. I didn't even know that. They did a peaceful fucking independence from Britain. Hey, y'all. Hey, we'd like to separate from y'all, eh? We'll still use your money, though. Yeah, I love having that Queenie's face right there on the toque, you know? Yeah, it's nice to see her pretty face when I'm buying me a fucking twofer, eh? Oh my God, that's such a no wonder they got the fucking thing about being nice right away. They just really like walked over. Hey, can we have our independence? Of course. Bowls remained popular, but of course it required large, flat stretches of closely mowed grass. An influx of Scottish immigrants in the 19th century gave the game a boost in Canada and revived it some extent in the U.S. too. Interesting. Another Scottish import, golf, played similar roles south of the 49th parallel, providing a particular reason for growing turf, a crop that produced no edible fruit or vegetables. The first course in North America was established in Montreal in 1873 and Quebec in 1875, while the first American golf course was built in 1888 in New York. The game took off in the United States, becoming popular so quickly that the United States entered 17 players on a number of different teams in the 1904 Olympics. Damn, I didn't realize they got golf in the Olympics that quick. That's only from 18. That's only 20. It's only like 20 some years, right? Okay, are we breaking out a calculator? You're goddamn right we are. We'll do it right here on the pod. 1904 minus 8 16 years. In 16 years, golf became an international Olympic sport. Wow. That I did not know. That's wild from the time, I shouldn't say from the time it was like created, but like from the time that for the U.S. to have multiple teams in the Olympic, the Olympics are weird. That's a weird history. Maybe that's one I'll have to break down on the podcast at one of these points. But anyway, we're talking about fucking lawns here. Those games provided one of the best underdog stories ever. For a while, the U.S. did win the team gold. Even their young, powerful stars, cousins Charles and Walton Egan, could not capture the individual gold. That went to Canada's 46-year-old George L. Lyon, who took his victory lap down the length of the clubhouse on his hands. Hilarious. He had only been playing golf for 8 years. Damn, and he won a fucking gold. I want you guys to know, that guy was good at fucking golf. Or people were just really bad at it back then. I've been playing golf most of my fucking life. Since I was 3, I've been hitting golf balls in some capacity, and I suck dick. Between 1910 and 1924, the U.S. Golf Association, the USGA, fuck the USGA, by the way, a bunch of twats, helped fund and carry out research in conjunction with the U.S. Department of Agriculture about the best way to cultivate grass. Reportedly, the first experimental turf farm in the U.S. resides where the Pentagon sits today, and it comes full fucking circle. Guys, what did I say earlier at the beginning of this podcast? Everything started out as a government-funded. Am I crazy? Yeah, I am. But that is crazy. I like reportedly. So they don't know for a fact, but that is very funny that the first turf management was set under there. Sets under the Pentagon. That explains why they always had such luscious lawns. Of parks and suburbs. In the mid-19th century, as cities grew and became increasingly industrial, city beautifications campaigns became common, and the park was born. The term originally references to an acre of lawn that there are carefully tendered trees around wealthy English homes. Now it took on a new meaning in a domestic America. Oh, democratic America. Sorry, democratic America, and became a public area characterized by the landscape lawns, trees, shrubbery, and water, fountains, streams, ponds, and lakes, all features lifted from British estate grounds. Oh, no shit. So that makes all the fucking sense in the world. Holy shit. I never even thought about that. So a park literally is just supposed to look like a royal British or like blue bloods of British their acreage, because when you pull up in those fucking old houses or you see any like movies making some kind of reference to like old money English people, they just have these luxurious like fountains and walkways and all that. Damn, that makes so much sense now. So rather than say it was for like the royals or the blue bloods, America was like, no, everybody can do that, and now we have homeless people who shit in those fountains. I think it all worked out. Redefined and democratized, the parks became ambiguous in North America. Ubiquitous in North America. Anyone who has driven across the United States or southern Canada knows that even the smallest town has its park. A block or two devoted to grass, trees, sandboxes, swing sets, a few benches, picnic tables, a water fountain. If all of these items were removed, save the first grass, it would be still recognizable as a park. Eventually, lawn migrated to civil centers into North American backyards. A key figure in the movement was Frederick Law Olmsted, aka the American father of landscape architecture, who planned New York City's Central Park in 1850. As well as Boston parks in Boston, Montreal, and elsewhere. Olmsted not only popularized the use of meadows in public parks, but also designed suburbs in which each resident home sported a lawn. Oh man, you think big grass was in this guy's pocket? Hey, what is turf management? We're gonna have a short supply because we're gonna put this thing called the Pentagon on all of our turf supply. So might be able to pick up a few bucks here and there if you just get everybody else ready to grow some grass. Lawns became more popular as the home sought out as an antidote to rapid industrialization. Having fled the factories, however, new homeowners turned to them for helping to tame their miniature elders by buying mechanical lawn mowers in increasing numbers. Edwin Budgeting. Edwin Budding developed the first lawnmower in 1830, and by 1890 there were a fixture of the landscape. The development of the mass production of lawnmowers made it possible to develop a mass production of lawns, providing an affordable alternative to fleets of servants and practical alternative to herds of sheep or goats. Yeah, dude, they used to love fucking having goats out there eating shit. That's what we talked about in part 1 is the whole reason that they just used to have the sheep out there. That's how it kind of started, and it was just that was the manicure. Also, this isn't in here, but I saw this thing the other day. It was a video explaining why bunkers exist in golf. And the reason they exist is because the sheep would be out there eating grass in Scotland, right? And there'd be heavy wind because they're on a fucking island and shit. And they would be on the coast. That's where a lot of the golf courses first started in Scotland. It's a lot of coast, right? And the sheep would hunker down in these little spots they would burrow down, and because it was like sandy, that's what would create it. So the first golf courses had bunkers because the fucking sheep would make it to block wind. So that's the only reason there's fucking sand traps on a goddamn golf course. So thanks a lot, sheep. Stamping out communism in crabgrass. In the middle of the 20th century, three overlapping developments helped promote the lawn across America. The first was Levittown, one of the first cookie cutters in affordable dwelling suburbs built between 1848 and 1948 and 1952 by Abraham Levitt and his son William and Alfred on Long Island. This was the first American suburb to include lawns already in place when the first tenants took possession. Levitt, who also built suburbs in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Cape Cod, and Puerto Rico, several of those called Levittown, pioneered an establishment lawn, which residents were required to keep up. Oh, this dickhead created HOAs. Levitts did it, dude. Oh, we finally found him. Now we can go after the family. This guy created HOAs. He was like, you gotta keep your lawn nice, okay? And if I catch you having green blinds instead of the standard issue navy blue, we will throw you out of your house and burn it to the ground. The importance of a neat, weed-free, closely shown lawn was promoted intensely in a newsletter that went out to all homeowners in these subdivisions, along with lawn care advice on how to reach this ideal. To understand how these 3 or 4 specific communities could have national impact, it helps to know something about their scale. Levittown, New York, originally planned to have 2,000 homes, eventually had 6,000. When 4 model homes went on display at the second planned community in New Jersey, 30,000 people went through them the first weekend. Jesus Christ, that's moving some units. Somebody made a fucking load of money off of that neighborhood. These numbers pointed to the second factor of the lawn's boost in the 1950s, the need for inexpensive housing to accommodate returning GIs and their families. There were soldiers trained in neatness and obedience, and these were the conformist 50s, when everyone was on the watch for signs of communism and crabgrass. At the time, the two seemed morally equivalent. No, you see that Jim's got some crabgrass over there. He might be one of them dirty commies. I don't think I'll be inviting him over to Poker Night. Don't want any of them dirty commies bringing the crabgrass into my yard. For a wonderfully readable account of the confusion on how Levittown in the 50s promoted lawn care in the America, see American Green by Ted Stevens. Almost lock in step with the two sociological events, science and technology produce a whole train of innovation, and rotary lawnmowers, effective but not safe parasites, and one of the weed-free grass seeds combined with fertilizer and pesticide in spreaders to make their application easier. It was child's play. One of these developments came possibly of the weed-free lawn. Clover, which takes nitrogen from the air and deposit it into the earth where the grass can use it, was accepted, even encouraged parts of the lawns until the early 50s. It was only acquired in a weed status because in the early broadleaf 2, 4D herbicidal killed it off along with the dandelions. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait. Am I in a fucking? Okay, I just want to make sure. So there's like weird ads within these things, and sometimes it fucking fucks me up. Here's the last part. These three post-war developments do much to explain where the standard of lawns have come from. Since then, the lawn has become a fixture of both the American and Canadian suburb in the American imagination. The pursuit of perfection was on. While the lawn starts as a sign of upper-class British wealth, it has become a symbol of the middle-class American dream, a home of one's own, surrounded by green grass. The task of the future is to become how to hold on to this valuable dream without letting go of what's harmful. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say I'm going to keep my fucking lawn, okay? You're not going to take it from me, okay? You're not going to take my lawn from me. It's going to be there, okay? I will have my green grass and it'll be fucking cut nice. I don't give a crap about those commie fucking climate changers. We're going back to the 1950s. Anybody who's trying to get rid of my lawn's a communist. Wow, what a history of the lawn, huh? We never would have thought we got there, but we did. And guys, I hope you enjoyed that journey. I'm going to try to do more of these. I got a bunch of other topics that I want to like break down and do those kind of things and kind of get more into these things rather than just reading all these random articles I've been doing. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you did, and if you like this show. But guys, you're going to want to check out punandgame.com. That's right, punandgame.com is where you can find this show, Who Gives a F, and a bunch of other great shows that have been on the network since we started. So go check that out at punandgame.com. And while you're there, hop on over to the Pun and Game shop. Get yourself a t-shirt, a hoodie, a mug, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at punandgame.com. And don't forget to use promo code NWTPOD. That's NWT Pod, and that gets you free shipping at checkout. And guys, if you want to watch this show and watch me struggle to read it live and see my dumb face while I talk about random things and talk about how like, oh, that guy was probably mentally ill if he would have been like recording himself. Yeah, if you want to watch me be a hypocrite in real time and watch my face do that, go over to youtube.com and search Comic Wade Taylor. That's right, Comic Wade Taylor is where you can find this show, the video versions of Who Gives F, and clips of my stand-up. So go check all that out. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you had a fantastic Memorial Day. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.